Okay, here I go. This is how this thing works. I ain't gonna waste no lot of time because this is, you know, this ain't no live or nothing. I will ask you though to hit the like button, hit the share button, share it everywhere, because people need the concepts. Because you ain't heard this one yet either. You haven't contemplated what I'm about to say, and I'm about to run it down to you. All y'all need to hear it. Children, adults, fucking, I don't care how old you are. You need to hear this. You 3 years old. Listen to what I'm about to say. I just told you on a live yesterday or day before that anybody telling their children that they are black needs to be arrested for child abuse, right? Because you're and getting a child to say that, you're molesting their integrity by getting them to lie like that. And you see this beautiful brown skin and calling it black. Everybody knows that's a lie. And when you tell your children that, and they 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 years old, they be wondering, what the hell is he talking about? Well, I'm not black. You can see it's brown, but you telling them they black. And then they start saying they black, and you saying they black. Both of y'all lying, and both of y'all lying at the same time. It's killing the integrity of, is molesting their integrity, because children don't want to lie. They want to tell the truth. They want to maintain their integrity, and then you force them into that garbage and subjugate their integrity to your torture. So yeah, anybody telling their children they black and getting them to say that they are black that's child molestation, and your child should be taken away immediately from you. Give them to your aunt, your mother, or something. Give them to somebody in your family. I ain't talking about no cracker come and take your children. I'm saying one of your adult, because you ain't behaving like an adult if you're telling your child that. You're behaving like a stupid fool, right? Who, incapable of raising children for real. Oh, you can provide food, clothing, and shelter, but damn, I see birds and shit do that. Come on, that the deal? We'll, oh, so, I see dogs and shit do that. So now that's how low our standard is: food, clothing, and shelter. And I'm watching birds do it, and that's our standard now. Well, I'm giving them food, clothing, and shelter. Hey man, I can't. It's hard to even talk to stupidity like that. Secondly, I'd like to say this. This is why I came on anyway. Every time you say your ancestors were slaves, God damn it, that makes you a slave automatically through your own mouth. Let me say that again. Every time you say that your ancestors were slaves, you are automatically enslaving yourself out of your own mouth. Let's watch this. I'm going to say that my ancestors are apple trees. Now, when my ancestors are apple trees, don't that make me a goddamn apple tree? Don't be stupid. Slavery is a social construct. Your ancestors were never slaves. They were caught up in a social construct that somebody else tried to put on them, and now you are abdicating all your integrity, all your ancestors' greatness, and calling them slaves. You piece of slave shit. You're a piece of slave shit. Your ancestors were slaves, you're a slave. And then you wonder why you're in the position you're in socially, because slavery is a social construct. And the moment that you say, hey, listen, I got trees in my yard, right? And so the trees drop fruit, and the fruit has seeds in it, and the seeds grow up to be the same as the tree. There is no apple trees growing from mango tree seeds. It don't do that. So it's an apple tree and it has babies. The babies are going to be apple trees. Stop being stupid and torturing your children and molesting their integrity with your stupidity. Your ancestors were never slaves, or since you want to argue for that, you're a slave. That makes you a slave because it's a social construct. And now that you went into that social construct and you've condemned your ancestors to slavery, you piece of slave shit. Once you condemn your ancestors to slavery, then you are a slave. You just condemn yourself. If that's an apple tree, then God damn it, whatever the seed produces is gonna be an apple tree. You set that up. You allowed them to tell you that you and your ancestors are slaves through a social construct that you have agreed to, and you have identified your own ancestors as slaves, you piece of slave shit. Listen, if your ancestors are vampires, what does that make you? Oh, I'm not an ancestor. I'm not a vampire. That was just my ancestors were vampires, but we ain't vampires no more. Get the fuck out of here. And vampirism is not even a social construct. And then slavery being a social construct because there's nobody named slaves. There's some people named Slavs who were enslaved, but ain't nobody named slave. That's stupid. Yeah, and then they brought the slaves, and then our ancestors were slaves, and this and that. You stupid piece of slave shit. Don't tell your children that. Your children need to be taken away from you immediately. Because you're telling them that your stupid ass is black, and you're in molesting their ancestry by telling them that they are black. You're molesting their integrity by telling them that their ancestors were slaves. I mixed that up, didn't I? I go back over it again. You're molesting their integrity by telling them they're black and getting them, forcing them into saying that they're black, and they know they're not. They're brown just like me. Some of them are brown like the wood behind me. And you telling them they black, you piece of anyway. And then you tell them that their ancestors were slaves. That ain't as bad as telling them they black, but this is more stupid. It's more stupid. You're just a stupid fool telling your children. You telling your children your ancestors were slaves? You're telling them that. Ain't no cracker telling them that. Ain't no Chinese telling. You're telling them that. You piece of slave shit. You're still a slave. If your ancestors were slaves, then that makes you a slave. Ain't no way around it. Your ancestors are apple trees, then God damn it, you're an apple tree. Quit playing. Quit being stupid. And quit fucking over your children like you done lost your damn mind. You have already fucked over their integrity by telling them they black and getting them to say that they're black themselves. You fuck with the damn covenant of creation by getting them to lie like that, because the lie breaks the covenant of the creator. The creator creates shit, and then you lie about that shit that the creator created. That's breaking the covenant with the creator, man. When the creator creates shit, you gotta tell the truth about the shit the creator created and stay in the covenant with the creator. Otherwise, you didn't broke that. That's broken the moment you lie about anything. Our ancestors were not my ancestors. Wait a minute, I don't know what your ancestors, because you stupid as shit on a stick. My ancestors were never slaves. You come by me saying that shit, I might hit you. I'm being honest, man. Y'all just stupid. This is stupid. And you call yourself adults, grown up, and you're grown. Just like, you're grown, but you don't bear no adulthood. You don't bear no maturity. You don't bear no understanding of what's going on in the world. You're sitting around like idiots talking stupid shit all day, every day, just noise. And at the end of the day, ain't nothing made, ain't nothing accomplished, ain't nothing moving forward. God damn. And tell everybody, I said, tell your friends, motherfucker, put it out and share it out. That I call you a piece of shit slave ass motherfucker because you call your ancestors a slave, knowing it's a social structure, yet you adhere to the social structure and humiliate the memory of your ancestors by referring to them as goddamn slaves, you shit! Yeah, now complain to YouTube and have them take that the fuck off, you piece of shit ass. And then you tell your children they black, you piece of shit. Yeah, please, go call YouTube and say, hey, while they on there calling us pieces of shit, Yeah, because that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm speaking the truth. Fuck what y'all decide to do. I'm going to speak the truth to the end, dude. And there it is. Share it among your people. Tell them I said it. And I'm going to put it on as a short because I want it to go in different locations. I'll put this shit on, put it on TikTok, put it on fucking anything. Share it out. You can actually put it on your show and talk about it. God damn, you piece of shit.